Hello, I'm Shari Pearson. This case study focuses on the third grade benchmark data. We examine the data and see how it should impact what we do instructionally. The purpose here is simple. We're not just reviewing scores, we're trying to understand trends, identify what is working, and be honest about what is not so we can adjust the instruction moving forward. The data set includes 82 students across 3 classrooms. There are 11 students identified as SPED, 4 identified as ELL, 5 receiving ELD support, and two students, identified as a non-reader. When looking at the data as a whole, you first notice that student growth is not consistent. Some students improved, but a large group stayed exactly the same. Even when there was growth, it was usually small. Looking a little deeper, nearly half of the students showed no growth at all. That is not something we would catch with just a quick glance. There's also a clear difference between classrooms, which tells us that instruction is not as aligned as it needs to be. One classroom, Candace's group, showed stronger and more consistent growth. On the other hand, Juniper's group showed very little movement. That gap matters because students should not have completely different outcomes based on where they are placed. There are some positives. Students are capable of learning the content, and we do see that happening in parts of the data. There are strategies working in at least one classroom, and there's enough movement to show that standards are being taught. The data also gives us a clear way to compare and have real compared conversations as a team. The biggest concern for areas of improvement include the number of students who showed no growth. That points directly to instruction not reaching all learners. The growth that does exist is not deep, and there are clear gaps between classrooms. It is also suggests that differentiation is not as strong as it needs to be, and there are likely specific skills students are not mastering. Moving forward, the focus has to be intentional. We need to break down the data by standard and figure out exactly where students are struggling. From there, reteaching needs to look different than the first time. Small groups will be important so we can target specific needs, and we need to also check for understanding more often instead of waiting until the next assessment. Finally, we need to be more consistent across classrooms so all have access to the same level of instruction. At the end of the day, the data shows that growth is possible, but is not consistent. That means that next steps is not just working harder, but working more intentionally. If we improve alignment, strengthen instruction, and stay focused on what the data is telling us, we should see better results. And these are the references. And thank you